In this game, you play as a cat monk, ousted from futuristic cat society, living with cat-worshipping natives. But then it gets weird. The annual human meat harvesting festival begins and you have to step in to stop it, sparking a series of events that carries the game forward from there. And if you're wondering, hey dude, why are you spoiling the big twist? No, that's not the twist. That's like 10 minutes into the game. That's where we start. This game is wild, man. So, Nine Souls is a Metroidvania that people have been describing as Hollow Knight meets Sekiro. And by people, I mean people who are bad at describing things, because the only way it's like Hollow Knight is in the sense that it is a Metroidvania that has cute characters, but is also surprisingly bleak and dark at times. And it's only like Sekiro in that it revolves around parrying, and is also really hard. And also, as I've seen a few people comment, and I'm just quoting here, because they're both Asian, despite the fact that Sekiro is Japanese and this is Chinese, and those are two entirely different countries with different languages and history and culture. Come on, people, what are we... Anyway, wasn't quite sure what to think of this at first, but the first thing I knew for sure was that parrying is not optional. Some games it's just a fun little side mechanic. Not here. You must learn to parry or you will not get far. The game will drill this into you early on, and stab it into you, and shoot it into you. It's always a little bit of a chore learning how to parry in a game, but get on it fast if you want to play this, because it is mandatory, and that first boss will let you know this. This Cyberhorse jerk here is the gatekeeper of the entire game. You either learn the mechanics here and now, or go home. I felt bad, because I died to this guy a number of times, but then I looked at the achievements and I saw that only about 60% of people made it this far, and it's... wow. Yeah, it's that kind of game. It is brutal, man. But after that early introduction, I went from feeling that this game was going to be impossible to just feeling like it was going to be really hard. So, as I've made it abundantly clear by now, this game is quite challenging, and you might legitimately bounce off this one. Be careful. There are a lot of people out there who say they like tough games, many more than actually do, and they pick up a game like this and get curb stomped and then complain with stupid statements like, oh, the mechanics are dumb, or oh, the boss fights are BS. No, the game is solid, you just might not be up to it. So do yourself a favor, spare everyone the suffering and skip this one if you're that type of person. But for everyone else, let's continue. So Nine Souls might be tough, but it is fair. You get all the tools that you need. I mean, parrying, of course, we've already talked about that. You also get a dodge move, you get this explosive tag thing where you can pile on extra damage and also feel like Naruto if that's your thing. Some people are into that. And of course, your lovely healing pipe, which you can huff and puff and heal up your damage and take a load off if you get hit too many times. You can also learn other moves too as you go through the game, dipping into this dream world, and it's unclear whether these are dreams or spirits or visions, or maybe you've just been hitting the healing pipe a little too often. You're gonna need every one of these tricks to accomplish your mission, which, oh yeah, I haven't even talked about that, have I? You see, Yi, that's you, our cat protagonist, has been expelled from the higher society that they were a part of. A perfect society, and just like every perfect society in fiction, it isn't. There's a seedy underbelly to it all, of which the human meat production line is only the introduction. And it's all ruled over by cats, specifically these higher order cats called souls, and there's 9 of them. 9 souls. There you go. That's, if you were burning with curiosity wondering what the title was about, now you know. The souls are aloof, selfish, cruel, and vicious, but I already said they were cats, and he has to go and take them down for reasons which are his own and not articulated very clearly. Revenge? Power? Something to do with his sister? An affinity for humanity? It's not entirely clear early on. The tone is kind of all over the place. I mean, it gets pretty serious and pretty dark. Yes, again, human meat harvesting, sure, but that's the benchmark. There is some messed up stuff in this game. It gets dark, man. But then again, there's some light stuff too. He has his own bachelor pad. It's awesome. I don't know how the heck he pays the rent on this place, given as there's not a lot of money in Revenge. You even get to have a little human orphan boy as a pet, and I have to say it's kind of an amusing inversion for a cat to have a human pet. And it's sort of your little home, your little hideaway that you can duck into to unwind a bit whenever you need a few story beats or just want to get away from whatever gory horrificness is happening in the rest of the game at whatever point in your playthrough you're at. And on the whole, I really like that. I like a lot about the game, actually. This is a meaty game. There's a lot to chew on. First of all, the setting, which is new, at least to me, and refreshing. You don't get to see a lot of Chinese-style games, I guess, or at least not in the types of games I usually play. The mechanics here are punishing but fair. They always keep you on your toes, because no matter how good you are only one series of bad parries away from getting stomped into the dirt. You always have to be paying attention. There's a lot of areas that are each distinct with their own challenges and mechanics that are all awesome to explore, except for the prison level, which frankly sucked. Please, stop putting stealth sections in action games. Stop it. Stop, game developers. I'm begging you. But each area has its own things to discover, little secrets, and even some mini-bosses, which, yay gods, might be harder than the actual main bosses. They are not messing around. And the story and characters, namely the fact that it has them. It actually has some pretty fleshed out lore in these comic panels, and yeah, it's surprisingly fleshed out. It's also longer than I thought it would be, which combined with the difficulty, combined with the general lack of discipline that I had, made this video take longer than I thought it would, but I don't know why I'm pretending like I'm holding to a schedule here. I've been attempting to make a video a week for as long as I've had this channel, and I have never quite managed to pull that off. I apologize. I'm working on that. But yeah, on the whole, awesome game. Strong recommendation, and if any of this looks interesting to you, you should definitely play it if you're up for it. It is thoroughly good.